Hey everyone, and welcome to the next Puckram Productions review. Today, I'm going to be stepping back into the world of S Club. Now, you may be thinking, I've done all I can about S Club. I've talked about all 4 TV shows, and I've talked about the Seeing Double movie. What else is there? Well, there is one series that I have yet to talk about. A little wildlife documentary mini-series that they did in 2000, I believe. It's called S Club 7 Go Wild, and it's the show where an S Clubber goes deep into the wild of a faraway country in search of an endangered animal. For the record, I'm quoting the show there. That's what they say at the start of every episode. So the premise of S Club 7 Go Wild is each episode, a member of the group goes to a different country around the world looking for a certain endangered animal. And this is actually done in collaboration with the WWF, or World Wildlife Fund. And it's a pretty good show. I enjoy it. Like for those of you who are like die-hard S Club fans and all those animal lovers out there, then this will be a show for you. In fact, I love the show so much. When I saw it on YouTube, I saw full episodes on YouTube. They are available to watch. I couldn't resist picking up the DVD of it. The series is available on DVD, all 7 episodes. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'll read you what it says on the back, and that'll also go through the episodes as well, like the synopsis, that sort of thing. Calling all die-hard S Club 7 fans and anyone with a passion for wildlife. This series shows what happened when S Club 7 joined forces with the World Wildlife Fund to help raise awareness of the threats facing wildlife around the world. Now, we're going to go through the episodes one by one. Well, I say the episodes, they're more like the gist of them. Like, there are brief little sentences explaining what happens in each one. Paul takes us to Kenya, where he tracks down the black rhino. Joe treks through Asia to learn about the Asian elephant. Bradley flies high in Brazil with the hyacinth macaw. Tina cuddles up to the giant panda in China. Hannah explores the waters off Turkey to find the rare monk seal. Rachel braves the Siberian tiger in Russia. John monkeys around in Malaysia with the orangutan. So basically, like I said before, the show basically centers around each S Clubber going to a different country and searching for a different animal. And basically, it's basically like a little vlog series or something like. I know it's not actually a vlog series because I'm not sure vlogs were a thing in the year 2000, but it is essentially like that. We just follow that specific S Clubber on their specific adventure. And it turns out the S Club has been split into different teams as well for certain adventures. So we have Paul and Rachel in one team. In the other, we have Bradley and Hannah. And in the other, we have Joe, Tina, and John. Which is kind of cool. It's not just one S Clubber. We have different teams as well, which gives us a bit of variety. And that's one of the cool things about this series. It just shows the S Clubbers like being themselves. The band's they're just being themselves in this series, as well as looking for the animals. Just gets a chance to just relax and be themselves. You can probably guess that they were being themselves in the TV shows, but yes, they were playing themselves. They were playing like characterized versions of themselves, which were only a little bit similar to what they are in real life. And what I also like about the series is the opening section of each episode, where gives you a brief file on the S Clubber we're following, and then it gives you a brief file on the animal they're looking for. And they even have a sort of color code system here, just up here. Like, they actually have this in the show as well, where they have all the different colors, and the different color represents a different S Clubber. So, for example, we've got violet here, which is Rachel's color. Then we've got blue, which is Bradley, red, Tina, orange, Paul, yellow, Hannah, green, John, and indigo, which is Joe. So what are the adventures actually like? Well, they basically travel to all different places in the countries that they are in. Like for example, in Joe's adventure, where she goes off to Thailand, John, and Tina actually visit a Buddhist temple as a key example. And Bradley and Hannah, they actually visit Rio de Janeiro and the statue of Christ the Redeemer, which is really cool. Let's think what else. And John also goes through these swamplands as well, and in Malaysia, and these caves as well, where he gets to see the workers get the nests down from the caves, and it's all really exciting. And as it's an S Club series, yes, we have all the different songs as well. Mainly the ones from their first 2 albums, seeing as they're the only ones that were released at the time. The theme song for S Club 7 Go Wild is Never Had a Dream Come True, or more specifically, a demo version of it. Now, I have heard some people actually say that that song is a bit of a strange one for a theme song for a series like this. And I think some people have actually said that their song Best Friend could have been a better one. And I see where they're coming from, because Best Friend is a good song. It's a good song. But Never Had a Dream Come True, I think it just fits it for some reason. Anyway, and in each adventure, the S Clubber then interacts with a different member of the WWF, and they basically are told about all the different threats that are facing the animals around the world. So like climates and all that sort of stuff. And we almost always find the animals that we're looking for. So the S Clubbers do actually find the animals that they have been searching for. So Paul manages to find the rhino on his safari. Joe actually gets to ride on the back of an Asian elephant. Bradley, he sees 2 hyacinth macaws flying up in the trees. Tina gets to see the giant panda at a panda enclosure, and that's actually my favourite episode of the show. That one, Tina in China. That's my favourite episode, because the pandas were just being really silly. They were actually messing with the camera crew, and it actually made Tina break. She couldn't carry on saying the bit that she had to say. She couldn't follow the script because the panda was just doing its thing. It's just unbelievable. Rachel did manage to find the Siberian tiger at an enclosure in Russia, and John manages to find the orangutans out in the wild. Sadly, though, I say almost always, because Hannah sadly failed to find the monk seal. She searched everywhere but could not find it. However, they did show footage of what it would have looked like. And that's a bit of a shame, really. It's kind of a shame that was the only time that an S Clubber had actually failed to find the animal they were searching for. But it was still a good adventure. But they all still have amazing adventures, and like I said, they all get to visit different places. Especially in Tina's episode, where they actually go to the Great Wall of China, which is absolutely fantastic. And in each episode, the S Clubber who we're following actually narrates each adventure, so they tell us what's going on, and also the people they actually come with also have little adventures of their own. For example, during Joe's adventure, John and Tina went to these hot spots to have a bit of a pampering, which was really fun. Let me think. During Paul's adventure, Rachel did a bit of shopping in the market and got to see all the different villages, like the tribal villages. And during Rachel's own adventure in Russia, Paul, he had a bit of adventure actually trying to reunite with Rachel, because he'd actually forgotten the tickets for the plane. So he had to find a different way to get to where they needed to be. It was that was an adventure and a half. And also during John's adventure, Joe and Tina actually went to Turtle Island and actually released some baby turtles into the sea, which was a nice time. So all in all, I will say that S Club 7 Go Wild is a great little series. It's a pretty good little series from the S Club 7, and it's something that I don't really hear talked about that much when it comes to the TV series, mainly because this was only a 7-episode mini-series. And to be honest, there's so many animals out there, and I imagine there are a lot on the endangered list. I bet they could have done another season. I think they could have done another season of episodes, another season of 7 episodes. But, it was just the one season. But I like to think that this series did help slightly, because as of the recording of this video, the giant panda is off the endangered list. or as far as I'm concerned at the time, as far as I'm aware at this time. The giant panda is off the endangered list, but as far as I'm concerned, the other 6 animals are. And there's also I do recommend buying the DVD, because not only do you get all 7 episodes in very good quality, but you also get all sorts of other stuff like a photo gallery / slideshow, and you also get to play a little game in the bonus features where you just have to match the animal to their specific country. So you can watch the episodes online on YouTube if you want to, but if you want my honest opinion, I would say go for the DVD. It's very easy to find. I found mine on eBay for a decent price, just like we're seeing Double. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys checking out S Club 7 Go Wild. It is a great little series, and you can learn a lot more about the different wildlife out there in the world, and you can just enjoy the little adventures that the S Club gets up to. So all in all, S Club 7 Go Wild, great series. You definitely should check it out. Thanks for joining me Thanks for joining me on this episode of Pokemon Productions, and I will see you next time. Take care.